Namaste, friends. Thank you all so much for joining. A warm welcome to all of you. Today is a very special day. It's my mom's birthday, and I would like to dedicate this session to her. This is our first live session, and our topic for today is okay. Live stream is on. Okay, fine. Let's continue. So our topic is cooking and consuming food with awareness. It's a vast topic, as you all know. Lot of things to cover, but I tried my best. Let us see. So all the information that I'll be presenting is just for information purpose, and it is out of my personal experience with my body, the food I take. Over the years of for 12 years, I have been experimenting on my body and with various foods and various naturopathies, Ayurveda, and all the natural techniques. So I would like to just share with you all, which helped me actually in the journey of recovery from some digestive issues like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's and many more. Yeah. So I'm not a doctor or any dietitian, but I just care for all of you because I have experienced enough and I don't want any others to go through such pain. And since I've seen the positive results using Panchabhuta healing methods that I have learned from Unify Shakti Foundation, so I would like to share them. And I do have a scientific background coming with the horticulture, biotechnology, and agribusiness management, plantation management. And I've also been a volunteer and still am a volunteer in Unify Foundation, where I do give the suggestions for various friends who have health problems. And I did a Ayurveda course from NLAM. And I'm also continuously learning things every day. I am guided by Vedic scholars and research scientists, environmentalists like Dr. Dongreji, Vikramji, Dr. Sri Shailendraji. So it's not just out of, so you will have right knowledge. And I do also continuous research and get updated with the research science related to health and awareness. So let us see what exactly is Panchabhuta healing. In Unify Shakti Foundation, the healing is through 5 elements. As we all know, the 5 elements are earth, water, fire, air, and space. So as we see outside external 5 elements in the universe, we also have these elements within our body. So when these elements are imbalanced is what we experience as health problems. So when we correct these elements and provide whatever is required to the body, all the health problems will naturally disappear. And in Unify, we consider everything as energy, and for all of our actions, there is equal and opposite reaction. So as the science says, it's just the action has an effect. And what are the actions that we have been doing? We cut trees, deforestation, land mining, we pollute water, air, then all we dump the chemical products into the land mines, lot of pollution through vehicles. And there is so much of selfishness, which actually changes the space around us. All the negative vibrations fill the space. We don't have that peace of mind. So basically at physical level, if we see, it is our own wrong food habits, improper way of drinking water, because we are just ignorant and we don't know. On top of that, we have all these stress levels of our work and in the office. Then we are exposed to all different kinds of toxins, whether it is chemicals around the factories or Unknowingly, even just staying at home, the carpet, the paints in our rooms, the polishes on our furniture, everything has so many chemicals. So all these affect us, and we don't do and take care of our body. We do. There is a lot of selfishness again, because that selfishness, we create wrong vibrations. As we see everything as different around us, it actually affects our own health, because we get the feeling of difference. We see other person as different and feel jealous when they grow in life, or we get anger, and such emotional problems actually affect our own health. So we need to relax. This is just a background, and these are the different chemical environmental contaminants we come across: the plastic foods, the vessels we use, non-stick cookware, everything matters. And these chemicals harm us. They are present in the fast foods. They have been detected in cheeseburgers, burritos. And these environmental pollutions actually damage the mucous membranes of our intestines and body. The cells get damaged. And the first line of defense for to fight against infections and toxins gets disturbed. That's where it is all the problem begins. So it alters the gut microbiome, which is the good bacteria which is present within our stomach and intestines. They are the ones which rule all our metabolic processes, the digestion, all the production of hormones, neurotransmitters. Everything is controlled by these gut microbiome. So that gets disturbed with these chemicals and our lifestyle. Our hormones get disturbed, and the females are not able to breastfeed. The young girls are getting puberty very soon. So many other problems of infertility are arising nowadays. So now that we have disturbed our whole environment and ourselves, how do we start and correct ourselves to get better? So connecting to the 5 elements is the easiest way. And God has given us these 5 elements in the form of experiential perceptions, as smell, the nose, taste for the tongue, the sight through eyes, skin for the touch we experience, and ears for sound, experiencing sound. So when we are aware of these sensual perceptions, we will be able to rightly judge what is exactly happening, what is right, what is wrong for us. So coming to cooking, our scriptures say that bronze vessels are very good to increase the strength, success, longevity, and intellect. And storing the food items like jaggery, milk, coconut water, curd, ghee, rice in iron vessels would be harmful. And this we can experience even just with our sensual perception of vision. When we store these things in iron vessel, the food actually turns blackish, and we see that breakage of milk or water. Even when we keep other food items like raw banana also, I have experienced, it turns blackish. So such, when we are aware, we can know what exactly is right for us and what is wrong. If we smell something bad, it is actually not good for us and the item is spoiled. So such awareness will help us. And glass containers and vessels are useful for storage purpose. So while consuming food, there are 6 tastes, as you all know. We have sweet taste, sour taste, salty, pungent, bitter taste, and astringent. So actually all these tastes also have these 5 elements within them. When we eat sweet taste, it means the element of earth and water is actually getting into us. So it is helpful to correct our elements when we consume food with awareness, when we know what is lacking within us. And there is a sequence how we should consume food. The first thing we should begin is with sweet taste. It's like inviting and welcoming all the food items to the body, and body nicely, happily accepts it. And we then provide all the sour foods, rasam, dals, pungent, spicy foods, and end with buttermilk, which is the kashaya taste, the air and earth element. So this process helps to properly digest our food. And when we talk about food, we need the nutrients, right? We need these macronutrients and micronutrients. Macro are the carbohydrates, fats, proteins, which we require in large amount, and vitamins and minerals are the we require in very minute amount, but they are very critical for us. Even little deficiencies will adversely affect and cause severe health problems. And these are present actually in the seed coats, the fiber of whole grains, the peels of fruits and vegetables. That's the reason it is always recommended to take with the fiber. Fiber is so important because in these fibers is what is the anthocyanins, flavonoids, which are the colorful pigments that we see. All the colors that we see is because of these phenolic compounds present. And they contain these antioxidants which help us in stopping the oxidative damage of our cells. So that's how it helps in reducing inflammation in our body, all fight against various infections, and it shows those anti-cancerous effects. So this jaggery, all the processed foods are harmful, but the whole foods, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, the herbs we have, they all have these anthocyanins and phenolic compounds. So the research also shows that the whole grains when consumed helps to reduce weight. And talking about the peels, it's in the peels all these anti-inflammatory, anti-mutagenic, anti-carcinogenic properties are present. But when we take these compounds in pill form as a supplement, that won't be of help because they are the isolated compounds, individual phenolic compounds, and that will not be accepted by our body. It is like a foreign thing. But when we take as a whole fruit, then normally the body takes whatever we require from that fruit or any food that we consume. So the research shows that citrus peels have a lot of antioxidant properties and they fight against free radical damage to the body. Also, the legume seeds, everything will have whole grains, everything. The seed coat will have that. It is the nature protection where the nature protects the seed so that a healthy plant can grow. So when we consume, we also get those protective properties and we are protected. It will have those properties. So what we consume, the same effect will be seen on our system also. But when we consume, since these compounds are present, they are also toxic to us because it is protective, right? It is protecting the seed. When we consume like that, it is not going to digest well. So we need to soak them. The seed coat has to get separated. All the toxins are released. Even better is sprouting, that will be more nutritious. So when even nuts and seeds, we need to soak them. We can either directly consume them in our smoothies or in just like that we can consume. Otherwise, we can even dry them and store in glass bottles and use whenever required. We have healthy fats. We can talk for hours on fat. Actually, we are all nowadays worried not to consume fats, but fats are so important and they are called as sneha, that loving relationship it has for our body. But fats, when we heat them, is what causes free radicals in them, and they are the deep fried items are harmful for us. But fats in their natural form like coconut oil, sesame oil, any oils, even ghee, they're all good for us. Even avocado is a very healthy fat that we get for vegetarians especially. So it lubricates, it protects our skin, and the collagen is produced. We get protection from UV rays, and a lot of things. Our brain is more than 60% made up of fat only. So if we consume good fats, all the omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, they all get into our system, and our neurons, our brain, the memory, everything will be improved. So diversity is very important. So we have so many different kinds of grains, millets, dals. Every ingredient has different nutrient profile, and they are all very unique. So when we rotate these items and consume, then it will give holistic nutrition to our body that boosts our immunity, and different anthocyanins, different products are present in each food item. As different things are present, our body also needs different requirements and different nutrients, and it varies with each person. So when we consume food, we need to also consider the body type. How is our nature of the body? Does it get very hot sometimes, or it is always with mucus secreting, phlegm, cough, cold? So the food we take varies accordingly. It also depends on the season. If it is rainy season, then simply if we just take, even fruits are very good. Even the good item when consumed in rainy running season, then it will cause so much harm. Though the fruit itself is so healthy, but when we consume in the wrong time, that actually disturbs and imbalance is created in the elements within us. That we should be aware. So body condition is, it matters whether we are healthy, what is our age, even mental status matters. Because if we are angry and all and consume heavy foods, it won't digest. The emotions matter a lot. And let us see different food items and the best way to consume them. So we come across non-vegetarian foods. And these foods are especially found in, mostly taken by people who do a lot of physical labor work, and in cold climates. They also use a lot of spices to digest it, right? And alcohols are also consumed along with it because it helps to digest. These acids, alcohols, spices help to digest it better. And we get good vitamins, special unique vitamins like B12. Also fatty acids are present that are not present easily in vegetarian food. But the fiber and antioxidants that we talk about, which prevent free radical damage, is not present in non-vegetarian foods. So we need these antioxidants and fiber, which is the most important thing to have a vibrant health and live long, good immunity, stay young. And we have refined foods, all the white products we see. So white sugar, white salt, refined oils, processed hormonal milk. So it's better to choose A2 milk, the Desi cow, Indian cow milk, when we have the option. So there are ultra processed foods that the science talks now. These are ready to eat and ready to heat items. Just put in the microwave and just consume. So these are the items which are most harmful to us. All the trans fats, low in fiber. So they are the ones that is affecting the new generation. And now we don't realize the effect, but once they grow, we see the difference. We all are aging very soon. When we compare with our ancestors, they are more stronger and healthier than us. The generations are turning weaker day by day. We have friendly microbes in our food items as well, like the fermented rice, millets, the idli, dosa, dokla, such items. The buttermilk we take, it is very, very good for us. That improves our gut microbiome, and even the probiotic products are helpful to an extent in the initial stages. These will correct to break down the toxins present in our body, release all the unwanted gases, toxins. It even helps to improve the immunity because of the presence of these probiotics and anti-inflammatory compounds that are generated in this process. So even the father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, says all disease begins from the gut. We have trillions of bacteria. They are more than our cells. If our cells are just a million, then the gut bacteria will be trillions in number. So these wonderful metabolites are produced by these microbes like acetic acids, propionic acids, and they help in the metabolic processes of our hormone secretions and digestion, all such activities that happen in our body. Various enzymes are produced, neurotransmitters are produced. All depends on this gut microbiome. We have leafy vegetables, which have a lot of antioxidants, fiber, lot of nutrients, calcium, iron, but they're very difficult to digest. So consuming them during night is not recommended. Okay, and when we consume, we need to just blanch them in hot water and then better to slightly fry and consume. Then we have our traditional foods, which are so nourishing and soothing effect they give. And they also improve they nurture our noble values, the mental status, the way we behave, the values they give is from the food that we take. So what we consume, the effect will be seen in all the physical body, the mind, the way our intellect functions, everything will be changed and depends on the food that we take. So food items like these coconut, banana, the panchamrit made of honey, ghee, curd, rock sugar, all these fruits that we offer to gods, the various sweet dishes and sundal kind of spicy prasadam that we offer, everything is so nourishing. They provide the carbohydrates, proteins, and especially the sattvic qualities that we get from such foods. So cooking and consuming has to be like a ritual, like a yagna karma, where in a fire we offer all ingredients, right? So just like the fire we offer outside in the yagna place, our stomach itself has the digestive fire, and we need to offer with devotion. So from the beginning, the way how we purchase that food, it should be righteously earned money. Then the area in the kitchen has to be clean before we enter. We ourselves has to take bath. It should be pure, and not only pure at physical level, but our thoughts, importantly, our mind should be pure. We should have the gentleness while handling the food, not simply watch some TV and not like that. We should handle it with purity and divinity. And during the whole process of cooking, chant some name of God and have positive thoughts that this food is going to nourish my whole family. So such things will help a lot. And the cooking has to be done in low flame. So the life force energy of the nutrient present in those food items will be preserved. And finally, we offer the food to God as Naivedyam and consume it as a blessing. And that becomes the real prasadam for us, which actually nourishes our body, mind, intellect. So the digestive fire is most important for us. So if we maintain that fire within us through exercise, through using spices we have all this ginger, cumin. These things help to retain that fire, and then we will be able to digest the food well. Even fastings recommended in our traditions, which the science also talks now, helps to maintain that space within us and increase the fire. So when we have the fire, we can digest anything. Then we don't have to worry what is right food, what is good, what is bad. Everything we'll be able to digest. And we have to be aware of how the effect is when we consume particular food, whether it is easily digesting or is it causing any bloating symptoms, indigestion. When we are aware such things, then we will know this food is not right for us. So only we ourselves will know what is exactly right for us with awareness. Even doctor or anybody else, a friend, will or cannot exactly judge. We ourselves is the best judge to get better. And for that, we need this awareness. So whether the food is making us dull that day, are we feeling sleepy or are we energetic? Our mind also is so much disturbed when we particularly consume certain foods. Our mind clarity also gets disturbed, if you notice, especially non-vegetarian foods. I was initially non-vegetarian but converted to vegetarian now, so I know exactly how the feelings and our mind will be in both situations. So the food we consume also has to be a traditional food which our ancestors and everybody have been following. Suddenly nowadays we eat all kinds of Western food, everything from the pizzas and burgers, that it's not our food, right? So when we consume such things, the effect also will be accordingly. The body won't accept all these processed foods and we won't have that peace. If we have, when we consume food, we feel pleasant, happy, peaceful, that's the right food for us, energetic. And food combinations also has to be taken care of and be aware of. When this also we can just observe and get to know. When we mix some sour fruits like strawberries and do a milkshake, we can see the curdling. So similarly, when we mix and milk with salt, it's not the right combination. Fish and milk products, curd will not work. So such combinations also we need to be aware of. Then it's best to consume seasonal food and local food. The nature provides us what is exactly right for us and that a particular season. So now here it is in winter for us. So we get lot of oranges, so which has high in the vitamin C. Even in India, here we don't get amla, but in India we get the amla fruit. So nature provides what is right for us. So even the geographical location matters. The places like Kerala, coconuts are produced. So taking coconuts in hot and humid climates is very good. But in north, if we see, there will be more usage of sesame oil, the heating things that will be good for us. So we have to be aware of the season, the location we are staying, and accordingly we should provide the food. Very important points are the things that while consuming, we should chew the food well. Then all the 6 tastes should be there. If we are not able to maintain all the 6 tastes in one meal, during the day also it's fine. We need to provide all the 6 tastes. Our tongue, our body requires all, because these tastes are nothing but the elements, as we saw. They are made of combination of elements and that gives the taste. Okay, while eating, the sitting posture is important. Not get distracted with other things like reading, TV, and such things. No arguments also. We should have a pleasant mind and mood. The biological clock is important. We cannot simply have any time, any way, standing a particular time, sit presently in Padmasana and properly consume as an offering. That also with awareness. Chant a mantra. We have, right? Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranavallabhe. Such mantras, even Bhagavad Gita says. Annam Brahma. So everything is that divine. The food is divinity, the one who consumes, the one who digests, everything is that one divine who is playing all these different roles as food, the one who eats and all. So it should be like a ritual with devotion that brings the positive effect within us, and all our health problems naturally vanish. So how do we know what is right? That also is the awareness. See, if we have symptoms like phlegm, cough, cold, then we just need to consume food in warm condition, right? Adding the spices help. Long pepper, ginger, they all give that heating effect. That if our body is very hot body, already burning, red eyes and bleeding symptoms, burning skin, then we need to cool it down. Take more of coconuts, coconut oil, then cooling spices like cardamom, cinnamon help. Buttermilk helps. And if our nature of the body is always painful body, bones are weak, and there is constipation and all, we need to give a lot of massages to the body, and taking hot stuff like sesame oil, sesame seeds, the soups, hot soups with spices will help. So while consuming food, we don't have to worry too much. We don't have to stop this, stop that, stop that. It should not be so much restrictions also. Just take things light. If you like something, just enjoy it, but be aware that it will give this effect on our body. So sometimes we crave for things, right? So stopping our urges is also very bad and brings negative effect on our body. So better enjoy it, and but with awareness. I know this is going to make me fat. I know this is going to make my mind uh, impure, having some non-vegetarian food or something. So they carry the food we eat will carry the vibration of the animal or the plant that we consume. Those values come. So we should be aware what we want and how our body and mind should be. So just experiment and experience yourself. You don't have to believe somebody what is good, what is wrong. So you experience and then you believe on yourself. Then with that awareness, you consume and it will do all the good. In our spiritual goals we have, like attaining moksha and all, we restrict food items like meat, onion, garlic. So if we have such goals, we can do restrict them, but with awareness. I know why I am restricting. This is my goal. So such clarity should be there in everything. So cooking and consuming with awareness. So never disrespect the food. Have with gratitude as a blessing always, because so many are suffering from hunger and we are blessed to consume whatever we want. Everything is available for us. So have that respect and gratitude. Enjoy food, then experiment, all that. Consider the location, and it shouldn't do any harm to the totality, which is the food that we consume should not again indirectly affect the environment and processed foods, how it changes the environment and affect other beings. So such negative effect shouldn't be there from our actions. So as we see, every food is important. It has its own nutritional values. So are we human beings. We are all unique. We are all special. It is said in a shloka in Sanskrit, amantram aksharam nasti, nasti moolam anaushadam, ayogya purusho nasti, yojakas tatra durlabha. Means there is no individual who is not very capable. Everybody has their unique qualities and talents. So we should respect everybody, every being, have that oneness where we are all connected. So the pollution is happening not just in our air and elements, but in our thoughts also. Our minds are becoming impure. So we have the differences. We have this greediness, jealousy, anger. So all these kama, krodha, lobha has to be dissolved. We need to accept the people, the situation as it is. We need to forgive at times, right? It's okay. So such gentle qualities have to be nurtured. We need to sacrifice, do some selfless actions for others. All these matter because we are all connected actually from the core. So the 5 elements, if we just summarize at physical level, so everything is 5 only. So at physical level, do all that we talked about consuming food at physical level, that is body, consume the right quantity, right optimum amount of water for your body, be aware. Then do the yoga exercises, walking, breathing exercises, the air element, and relax. Give time for yourself and relax. Do some meditation, do some activity, charity for others. That gives the real peace. Let us unify naturally, start living naturally, live naturally, love nature, learn from nature, and be with gratitude. Become one with nature. Enjoy at the consciousness level. Let us all live happily, healthy, and have a harmonious life. Thank you all so much for listening patiently. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll unmute.
Not many questions, Nilmada. Thanks
Okay.
for the session.
Okay.
But some of these Sanskrit shlokas, whichever you told, are they very specific, or that can be learnt by many?
Yes, they are. They have been there in our scriptures. In Sanskrit, we have these shlokas. We can learn also. I teach actually shlokas also to kids, and few elders join. We can learn.
Can you put such couple of 5 or 6, whatever you feel those can be, on daily basis to let the kids know?
Sure.
Maybe in your channel or anywhere, wherever you like. So
definitely.
it
I
gets
have actually another
Mhm.
channel where I post the shlokas. We will post.
Sure. Thank you. I am not probably got a chance to see that channel. But yeah,
Yes. I
that's
have
good.
not put in the
Mhm.
public. Yes, we will do that. I can post. I love to do. I do a lot of chanting. So we'll do. I enjoy it.
Thank you.
Sure. Thanks. Anybody else has any questions? Yes, Maruti ji. Please unmute.
Thank you, Nilimaji. It's very interesting.
Thank you.
So nicely explained the things. Only thing it is daily. Whenever we listen to somebody says, we will practice it for a few days. Afterwards, again we will go back to our own this thing.
Yeah.
So how to organize the things? I am not understanding this proper way like that.
Yes, for everything, awareness is what is important. We should be aware all the time.
Yes.
How our body is reacting. We should, the 5 elements, if we connect, that is the best way. So immediately our body reacts. See, if we do one day oil massage, how our skin, everything will look so soft and smooth. But if we don't do dry skin, we can see ourselves, right? So we see the positive effect. The body pains will go when we massage. So such things, if we are aware all the time how our body is reacting, we will be conscious and do the right thing. What it needs, we just provide it, and we'll be energetic and healthy.
Yeah,
Just
that
simple.
is true. Thank you so much.
Sure. Welcome. I'm planning we will have more online discussions in future, and also in Telugu I would like to do few sessions, important ones because many friends are, even Telugu friends were asking initially. So I have the plan of having few sessions in Telugu as well. We had this problem in Telegram where some spam messages were coming. So I just stopped the live discussions thing.
Yeah, ma'am, you can do in Telugu as well.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of patience to do in multiple languages, but yes, that may be useful for sure.
Yeah, not individual videos, but like this live sessions, any question answers, I can discuss a product or something, any topic, and we can just have a discussion. Any questions friends can have.
You told about nuts, no? How much quantity we can take nuts per day?
See, it is variable. If you have digestive capacity, you can have so much, even 10, 15 won't matter. But if you have weak digestion, simple 1 or 2 almonds is sufficient actually. The way we consume also is very important. If we grind it on a stone and consume that, like making a paste using a little water or milk, it actually is so nourishing than consuming 10, 15 almonds. The way we consume matters a lot. It is not the number that matters. No point of eating 15 almonds and not digesting, all having the indigestion issues, and everything just flushes out in the stool. But the body has to absorb. So even 1 or 2 almonds is sufficient to get energized than 15. So the number doesn't matter. It's your digestive capacity. You will know your limitations. You test. So usually, normally when we talk, 4 to 5 is sufficient.
Okay, thank you. It's nice to know that if it is grinded on the stone, it will be easily digestible.
Yes.
So far I can do like that. I was doing it in mixie, that powdering it and consuming with milk and something.
Yes.
So
the way we process matters a lot. That also gives taste. See, that's where awareness comes. Even when we grind the chutneys in stones or those vessels, that brings different taste. That shows how nutritive it is and how much nourishing it will be. But the same ingredients, if we grind it in a mixie, the effect will be different. The quality reduces. And so matters our all purity, the thoughts we have, everything enters that food. Yeah. Okay, if we don't have any more questions, we will end the session. Thank you all so much once again for all support you provide. Yes, Shilpa ji, if you have any question, I'll just unmute. Please unmute.
Namaste, Nilima ma'am. So regarding nuts, how do we consume it? Is it like every nut has to be soaked and then consumed? Because you had also mentioned that we can dry them, we can soak it, dry them in the sun and then consume. So I didn't actually get.
So the dried part, soaking, peeling the skin like almonds or other seeds and nuts, we can simply wash and consume. We can add in smoothies, or simply also we can consume with some dates. When we dry them, we can use as a snack just like that, along with dates, raisins, or we can even fry in ghee, use as a tadka, season it in our paisam or any dishes. Even spicy stuffs, we can fry it and use.
So does it hold good for all the nuts, like all types of nuts?
Yes. Anything.
Okay, so in case of peanuts, we generally use it raw, right? So we usually don't soak that and use it, because that is one nut we use it for most of the cooking.
Yes.
So in case of peanuts also, we have to soak them and then dry it and then consume, is it?
That would be better, because it helps in digestion. See, the seeds, the nuts will have that protection from nature, and that disturbs it. They will have tannins and all phytates, few chemical compounds which block and protect the seed. So when we take like that, it is difficult for us to consume. That's what we say as heating. It produces heat. The body shows the symptoms. The proper urination won't be there, gas formation, indigestion. So such symptoms will be there. But when we soak, it will be easily digested. So easily those peanuts, I have weak digestive system actually, but I am able to digest those groundnuts so well. They're so nourishing.
Okay, thank you very much, Nilima ma'am.
Sure. And peanuts are really actually very unique. And since they are very close to ground, right? They are underground. So that's the reason they are more difficult to digest compared to other nuts. So because they are not exposed to sunlight also, since they are underground, all these underground things like peanuts, even carrots, beetroots, they all become little heavy to digest for us because they don't have exposure to sun and very close to all the microbes in the earth. They are different from regular nuts. If you see, even while making the probiotic curd out of nuts, the nut curd made from groundnuts is boiled. That's the reason. Others doesn't require much boiling, but peanuts is a little unique and hard to digest. That's what causes peanut allergies in US. So many kids have these allergies for peanuts. That's the reason.
Oh, thanks a lot for that valuable information. I did not know about this. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Do you have any question, Maruti ma'am?
Sorry, I don't have any question. Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll end the session here. Thank you all. Thank you all very much.